Good morning, Smarties. Welcome to the studio and happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, and this is the Carrie Show. I am going to show you, I was going to wear all the green today. I do have a green shirt on. I was going to wear all the green because, as you guys know, I'm right outside of Boston. And if there's anything that we're into, it is St. Patrick's Day, because when you are a Boston sports fan or anyone in Massachusetts or at most times New England, you are Irish for the whole month. So I did have a couple shirts I'm going to show you that I was going to wear. So this one, Boston Celtics. But if I had it on, you would only see the Adidas sign, and that felt like it looked weird. But this is cute. So if anyone is a branch banker, usually you wear your green or your Celtics during March Madness. And this was my first purchase. I have never owned a Celtic shirt, but when I worked at a branch, I bought this to be able to wear in branch. So I was festive. We were big into March Madness at the branch. And this is my other one. And I like this one. This one is a Red Sox Green Monster shirt. I got this at Fenway at a game. But again, you would have only seen the word green, and it felt like, oh, this is my token green shirt. So I didn't wear it, but we have our green here. And I have some green on. So hi, everyone. Hello, welcome. My name is CarrieAnne Cormier. I'm the host here at The Carrie Show. And for everyone who said this is not The Carrie Show, it sure is. I'm so glad to have everyone here. A little bit about me. I'm a financial services executive by trade, currently taking a much needed sabbatical from corporate life and taking the time to pursue all the different passion projects, one of them being Bank Smart Studio. And while my background is in retail banking and financial services, I am totally a marketing and social media nerd at heart. And you'll see that a lot of the themes we talk about, including today, have a lot of thoughts rooted and based in marketing strategy. So we have a fun show for today. I'm going to go ahead and just post up on Twitter that we're live. I am happy to say I think I got my Facebook stream linked up. You had to be a profile for 60 days, and we just passed our 60-day mark. So we should be automatically streaming live on Facebook, which is so exciting. And I do use a streaming tool called StreamYard, which should pull in my comments from Facebook. But if it doesn't, I'm going to go back and check it out from everyone. It could pull in Twitter too, but it's not doing that yet for lots of reasons. I need to upgrade. I'm not sure I'm ready to upgrade, but we could get there. Cool. So, I have 3 fun topics today. I'm so excited. And if you saw my Instagram, I was show prepping last night, and I never show prep. We just show up and we talk about the things that are on my mind and some recent trends that I've seen and such. But last night I show prepped because boy, do we have things to talk about. So we're going to do the fun stuff, and then we're going to get a little more strategic. But first, we're going to talk about Pi Day. So this is really rooted in marketing strategy. And if you are not a banker or financial services person, this part is totally cool because it could relate no matter what kind of business you own. I'm going to pull this up. So we call this Pi Day antics. And if you've been on social media in the last week, everything has been about Pi Day. And for those of you who probably know, but pi has 2 meanings. Could be the consumable pi or the irrational number 3.14159, etc. Those are the longest I can do of pi. But it is an infinitive number. Is that the word? Infinite. Cool. So I have been seeing everyone, well, it started with a couple financial institutions in my area were posting about Pi Day. And I was like, what does a bank have to do with pi? And it made me think of all the times where we use social media for touch points, and when it makes sense to do so, and when it is just for content filler and noise. And as marketers, this is something we need to be careful about because we only have so many times to catch our customers or members or consumers' attention. And if we're wasting these touch points on nonsense that are going to either detract from our brand or not contribute. So it could either detract or just not contribute at all, which is like a waste of an impression. We want to be mindful of that. So I compiled, we're going to get really sassy today and talk about some Pi Day antics. So I grouped them into sections. So what I did was I saw a couple of them and I didn't want to just bash on the couple banks or credit unions that I happened to see in my feed because they were all local and there's no shade against them and no shade against anyone we're talking today, but we're going to learn some lessons. So I dug really deep into the social media world and found a bunch of examples and I grouped them into categories. And we're going to talk about each category here. So the first one I'm calling from the freezer. These are the super cold connections that really make absolutely no sense to our audience. So, love me, Bank of Ann Arbor. In every other regard, they're really sassy with billboards and all of that, but they totally, I feel like, missed the mark here. This is their post on the left. They said Happy Pi Day and then did 9,999 pi numbers. So not only did you click more, then you had to like scroll down and then like, when something is way too long in your feed and you have to keep scrolling, it is so annoying. And now, did I count every number to see if it was 9,999? No. I relied on my friend AI to ask, hey, how many places is this? And I'm trusting it. So I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to count. So if it is wrong, we're going to just blame AI. But AI did say it was a missed opportunity that they didn't do 10,000 places. So I guess that's a missed opportunity. But this adds nothing to their brand. It just feels kind of like a waste. Same thing here with Eastix Credit Union. They say 3.14159, da, 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 and so on. You don't have to know how many numbers to participate in this Pi Day. Enjoy a slice of pie for your favorite and see how many numbers you can remember. Like, what does that have to do with Eastix Credit Union? Nothing. And I tried to, if there was likes or reactions, I tried to include those in here, but I think I might have snipped some of them off. So most of these got little to no engagement, but you'll see as we go through the different categories, what did garner more engagement. So some of these I'm just super embarrassed for. PBK Bank, Happy Pi Day from PBK, 3.14 reasons to celebrate today. 1, math is everywhere. 2, pie is delicious. 3, circles are perfect. Like what? Whether you're solving equations or just eating pie, enjoy the sweetest day of the year. Oh, but we put in our tagline, PBK, strong, solid, secure. Yeah, I got to get that brand tagline in there. RG Federal Credit Union, 3.14 reasons to celebrate today. Pie, math, and more pie. So when I'm seeing this, it's telling me that they're looking at some sort of social calendar online, or they're in a scheduling tool like Hootsuite, and it's saying, hey, did you know today's Pi Day? Start a post about 3.14. Oh yeah, man, I'm the social person and I'm just going to do that because I don't know what else to post. So I'm following this. Like, this has absolutely nothing to do with your brand. They get a little cheesier. So these two here, very similar. At our bank, we know a thing or two about numbers. Okay. All right. That's funny. And today we're celebrating one of the most famous of them all, 3.14. Wishing you a sweet Pi Day on behalf of Connections Bank staff. The pies are beautiful. Those look delicious. This one here, Washington State Bank, a fun reminder that today we celebrate 3.14 and that number never ends. While pie goes on forever, good financial habits can help your future add up just right. Okay. You could see like one of them got one like. This one got a couple. Probably the employees. This one is giving me a little bit, the Washington State is giving me a little bit of AI vibes. And I'm not sure that I love it. And it's just like when you're scrolling in your feed, this is why people don't follow banks and credit unions, because they're boring, and this is a complete non sequitur. It has literally nothing to, but they put FDIC, equal housing lender. Don't forget your disclosures when you're talking about things that have absolutely nothing to do with product. So silly. Again, this is like why banks and credit unions are so stuffy. These are a couple that are local to me. The Cooperative Bank, today we're celebrating 3.14, and the numbers that go on further, just like Pi, the possibilities for your financial future can be endless when you have the right banking partner in your life. I'm just going to take a wild guess that they use an agency, and the agency thought this was a good idea. This feels very branded, but maybe they don't. Marblehead Bank, happy Pi Day. We believe that things come full circle, just like 3.14. Whether you're celebrating with actual pi or enjoying the magic of math, we're grateful. Look at this one's a nice, beautiful coastal scene of the branch in the sunrise or sunset. I'm trying to find the correlation between a nice picture of your branch and Pi Day. Can someone help me out with this? I'm not seeing it. Okay, this one, these are getting a little more fun. Pi is a constant. So is our commitment to you from Granite Bank. And I'm going to say they used this is probably one of the only African-American images I saw of a person of color. Shout out to them for being a little diverse. I didn't see that in any of the other posts. That's another thing about banking. We're not always as diverse as we could be. This one, First New York Federal Credit Union, just like Pi, goes on forever. So do the possibilities. Like, did these people all use the same like content generator? Were they using ChatGPT? Like, is there like, this is just so bad. This is so bad. Like, how does this get any engagement? I don't know. And it was hard for me to like, once I started going down the rabbit hole, it was hard for me to stop because there were so many bad ones. These, I'm going to call them a little more cutesy. I do feel like they were still all non sequiturs, but they started to get a little better. So these here, happy Pi Day. Our love for our members is irrational, just like Pi. That is kind of funny. Again, non sequitur. Farmer State Bank, like, whether you're a math nerd or just appreciate a great dessert, this is your day. Like, I'm gonna say this one right here. Let me see. I need to pull it up on my other screen because my eyesight's getting really bad, and I can't quite see the name of the bank. Okay, Aubank, India. Oh, AU Bank. AU Small Finance Bank, India. Okay. So this one happened to come up, and they are in India. The one at the end, big financial goals are built on small, consistent steps. Keep progressing. Pi Day, 3.14%. Like, I kind of like this one. I'm not going to lie. Like this one, nicely branded. You can tell that they were on point, not over the top, not cutesy like Farmer State Bank, Montana. We're not trying to show a pie with a pie. The 3.14%, if you feel so strongly that you need to post a non sequitur about Pi Day, I like this one. It doesn't get into anything weird. It's just like a content filler. And maybe like if you're a larger brand, they do have 94 likes on this. Maybe it makes sense because you're always looking for content. I don't know. The other ones just like Calcom Federal Credit Union here on the left. Happy Pi Day. These are just nonsense. Okay, now we're getting into the second. So those were all the ones that were like right out of the freezer. They were just cold. They were not making any sort of connections to your audience, no real emotional draw, no tying into culture or what you do or anything. It was just like, hey, we're here. Hey, we're here. Hey, we're here. And there's other ways to do that. Now, think about if you are Target, right? And I didn't see if Target posted anything, but like what would be the point of Target posting a 3.14 Pi Day post? They have a sale on pie? I don't know. Let's see quickly if Target posted anything. Instagram. Target. Maybe the Target dog, something with the circle around the eye could be funny. But like when you want, and like my background is in social strategy as well. And like you want it to tie into like a bigger purpose. And the first set did not. There was like no purpose there. So let's see, Target, did they have any for Pi Day? Three days ago, 4 days ago. Nope. Easter shop. No. Thank you, Target. Thank you for not stooping low. Oh, those are cute. They have some good Easter merch. Okay, cool. So like you want to have a plan when you do social. You don't just want to throw things against the wall and be like, okay, we did something, check it off the list, now we're done and move on. You want some meat there and some purpose. Like you should be thankful and lucky that consumers follow your brand, especially if you're like a financial institution and they're like, there is no reason anyone would want to follow a financial institution. Theoretically, right? Financial institutions could be posting good tips like security information, things that'll help them keep their money safe, more inspirational or aspirational stuff on how to better manage your money, any sort of service alerts about your local branch or your mobile app or anything that they need to know. But consumers don't want to follow brands for that unless they're providing something of value. We try to curate our streams as consumers to show the most of our personalized interests, right? Sure, there are people out there that will just like or follow anything, and that's cool. That's probably how I get some of my followers here. Thank you all. But like, you only have so many moments to catch a consumer's attention and to hold it and to make them feel something, evoke some sort of emotion, to make them want to like or comment or react to it. And you're wasting that on a Pi Day post that just has a like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. These get a little more interesting, and I'm calling them baked into the culture. You see what I did there? That was funny. Okay, so these got a little more interesting. We have Canopy Credit Union. They did some pie giveaways. So you'll see a lot of the themes here is that the ones that we're showing in this section have like employee resource groups, or what this one's calling a culture crew, finding reasons to bring teams together. And I just think that is so important. And honestly, if you have a group of employees that are saying, we want to get together and do a pie day, more power to it, right? There's a little more teeth there and buy-in, and it's the team members that are creating the fun. And there's a credit union local to me, and I didn't include them in here because I hadn't seen a Pi Day post, but they do it every year, where the CEO like delivers or serves pie to everyone at the credit union. And I just think that is the coolest thing, like that it's a tradition. But this makes it so much more that it's part of like the culture, it's part of the community, and it's not just an empty, cold post, right? So we have here the staff-led culture crew ordered bean and pie hand pies for the team. What a sweet and savory selection to choose from. So I'm guessing that might be a local pie company. I didn't look at it, but anytime they can support local and highlight that too, that's another win for their company and their brand, being able to cross promote and share, because that helps boost the community around them as well. And I'm just going to move this over to my other screen so I'm not like unlooking at it. Boop. Come on, Carrie. Okay, well, maybe we won't do that. All right, cool. Then members first credit union, happy pie day. We celebrated with pizza and pie. So we made a pizza pie joke now. Cool. This came from one of our members, slightly crooked pies, highlighting the owners and what they do, where they are. Oh my gosh, that they're opening another retail location. The grand opening is coming up. Make sure you stop by and grab one of her amazing. Now, this is the way to do it. Okay. You're celebrating your team, you're highlighting a member, and you're tying it to something coming up that supports them so that they're having a grand opening of a new location. I love, love, love this. And as you can see, these two both got more engagement than the other posts, 22 reactions on the canopy and 6 reactions on the member first. I love that because those are showing how it's ingrained in both culture and community. We have a couple more here. Now this one, Greater Nevada Credit Union. I thought this one was funny. Maybe I can pull this one up as a video. I do have some videos queued up. This one wasn't one of them, but I think it might be worth bringing up. Their member service team had a competition. And I love this. Let's see. Because anytime you can make your member service team the hero of this story, complete win. Here we go. Greater Nevada Credit Union. Okay, hold on. Pause. And we're going to remove and we're going to add share. Ooh, which one is it? Oh, I can see. Here we go. And then we're going to add. Okay, cool. And play. Oh, they don't even have sound? Well, that's a lose. A chance to be a pie. So the member services team had a competition. Their prize was getting to pie one of the chief officers in the face. So here's the chief crew, the C-suite. Here's the member service team, and they have pies ready to smash. Like, who does not want to smash an executive in the face with a pie? And as an executive, I would be happy to be pied in the face by a service member. Like, please. This is so fun. Yeah. Yeah. Like, how cute is this, right? And it's a way to, like, have fun across, like, different teams, have a competition, build camaraderie, like, and just have a little bit of, like, lighthearted, not so serious. We don't have to always be stuffy executives. And now this could be weird, right? Like, maybe it's not the people feel weird or uncomfortable pieing an executive in the face, but I could name a bunch of people that would have had no problem pieing executives in the face. um Member solutions team members that would be happy to do it. So I thought this was fun. It was cutesy. I love the video. I think some sound, and my bad if it actually did have sound. I didn't play it, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. Sound would have been great, made it a little more whimsical. But as you can tell, like, videos get more views and eyeballs and impressions when you're posting things on social. So shout out to them for doing a video. I think that was a great idea. And it made it a little fun. So you can see that this is part of their culture. And then we have here Greylock Federal Credit Union and Sonata Bank. They both did, like, pie events, getting together as a team, having some pies. The Greylock Federal one got 27 reactions and some laughs because this adorable picture down here, they look like they're having a lot of fun and about to throw a pie as well. But this one, look, Sonata Bank, they had some decorations. They made it fun. Like, people love to see behind the scenes of an organization. Everyone loves to feel like an insider, part of the inner circle. So anytime you can show a little peek about corporate culture, a little bit behind the scenes, humanize your brand with, like, the people that they love. They'll say, hey, this is so-and-so, he's my banker. Or, I call her when I call on the phone and I get her at the client service center. It really helps make that emotional connection. And I think that's so important in banking, especially with, I'll say community banks and credit unions, as opposed to like Bank of America. You probably won't see them post such, I don't want to say frontline, but like such granular content like this, like that's really like not tied to a larger mission or a larger product and service or anything like that. Because this is a little more like fun and grassroots, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Like the amount of effort that someone put into doing this versus doing one of those cold posts, this is just Greylock, like snapping a couple pictures at probably something they're already doing. You probably have branches right now or teams that are having like a little pie day fest all by themselves, and you can capture some pictures and throw it up online. If you're so passionate about posting about Pi Day, that would be a better thing to do than just the cold graphics. Same thing here. These I loved. So again, this one got involved with a local chamber and one of their committees to celebrate delivering boxes of moon pies to small tokens of appreciation to local businesses and such. And I just love that. And I think that's so special. And then Southbridge Credit Union, Happy Pi Day. This was another video. And as you can see, it got like 2,200 views, 12 shares. That's amazing engagement, especially probably for a smaller credit union. And it's just their teams waving, holding pies that they got as a little gift. And I think that's so adorable. And again, doesn't take much effort. And you could do this if you are like a clothing shop, if you are a stationery store. Like there are so many fun little like Pi Day things, and you don't have to, because we're going to get into when you should post and when you don't need to post about Pi Day. But if you're looking for some fun, quirky content and are insistent upon posting, these are some good ways to do it, showing it that it's ingrained in the culture. Here, Citizens National Bank, 3.1 reasons why we love working at CNB. Again, you can see this got a good amount of engagement. The video, it kind of rolled through people sharing why they like it. I love this one here at People's Community Bank. I think the graphics could have gotten better and the text too heavy, but that's just me getting a little picky. But they did a charity, so you could Venmo. They're doing a 5th annual Pi for a cause fundraiser. You could Venmo the certain contact, and then whoever got the most money donated the proceeds to the charity of their choice. And they also got a whipped cream pie to the face. So adorable. I do love this, and it brings together some like corporate social responsibility, some community building, humanizing the brand with like people that you can recognize in the community. I do love this. Could they have made this a little more brief? Yes. Could they have done a video? Yes, that would have slayed. Had they done a video, I think that would have gotten a lot more engagement. Is this fun? We're like kind of roasting, but like in a fun, lighthearted way. This is all to learn. We want our socials to be good. We want them to be valuable. We don't want to just post for the sake of posting. That does not help anyone. I'm calling this section light on the laughs. I am never light on the laughs. I always have plenty of laughs. But this one's light on the laughs. So they tried. Maps Credit Union here. It's 3.14 at 1:59, which means it's officially Pi time. In honor of Pi Day, we're serving up a few math jokes. Okay, so happy 3.14 to all who celebrate. Here are our favorite irrationally funny jokes. I'm gonna throw that one up on the screen. And I haven't actually, to be perfectly honest, I haven't watched the jokes, so we're going to get a live reaction on whether they're funny or not. And you guys tell me if you're funny. I'm curious if anyone's watching. Did you do a Pi Day post? Did your brand do a Pi? Did you see any Pi Day posts? Am I totally off base here? Hold on. Why did Pi tell it when to stop? What happened? happens if you eat too much pie. You end up with a big circumference. What do you get when you get a bunch of sheepskin mismatches? Shepherd's pie. Okay, that one was funny. What is the mathematician's favorite thing? Pie. Okay. By the sun. Pie in the sky. I love the Oregon Trail. Pioneer. Okay. Completely irrational. Our love of pie is completely logical. Happy pie. Maps credit union. What? No member FDIC? Equal housing lender? Oh no, UBNCUA. I see. Okay. All right. Okay, those were like okay, 2 of them were funny. The rest of them were bad. The fact that they did videos, it did get like 10 reactions as of the time we were looking at it. Almost 700 views, 3 shares. So I'm okay. It got, I mean, but like you can like post things up and like you automatically get like 700 views. So like, I don't think it slapped. Okay, but it was light on the laughs. Could have been worse. They tried. Mercantile Bank. Okay, this one I think is funny, and this one like hit. 107 reactions, 8 shares, 4,000 views, and 8 comments. Okay, now I would never have thought that this one was going to be like a winner. But this one like takes the pie. It does not take the cake, it takes the pie. Pie Day is tomorrow, and our annual competition did not disappoint. Mercantile's reigning champion of pie, Connor, took home the title by reciting a remarkable 400 digits from memory. Congrats, Connor. Oh, and there was pie too. So I did watch there's a video of him playing against another individual. Let's see. Share screen. This is the last bit. I think that we're going to give Connor some props here. He deserves a little screen time. Okay. Let me make sure I add this to stage. Nope. Here we go. Okay. Connor deserves a little props. Like for 400, like if we had to watch the stupid joke video, we need to watch Connor because like he did it.
3.1415926535 8979323846 2643383279
5028 841 693 445
5923
923
164 28 6208
And there's pie.
8628 034805 342117 5116094. That's all I got.
Yay, Connor! Okay, do I think at face value that was boring? Yes. Okay. I would never have thought like let me stage a pie day contest with my team and whoever can recite the most things of pie wins. Like, but that got engagement. I bet people like there love this. And because they love Connor, they like and share and comment. So good job, Connor. You're holding Mercantile Bank up with their 3.14. KT fed, little pie to the face. Cool. Okay, now we're getting into burnt products. Okay. This is a stretch. These are probably I almost hate them more than the cold right out of the freezer pies. Like, is high interest taking too big a slice of your pie? I can't. Okay, I gotta make the eye roll a little higher. Did you guys see that? That like, what are you doing here? Bay Harbor Bank and Trust. Remember to use your rewards at your debit card, MasterCard when you purchase a pie. Like, come on. Like, that's, again, what social media management company are you using that is just checking off a box and saying, oh, it's pie day, we got to throw a post up? Now we start to get into a little bit about financial budgeting and pies. Your budget reimagined. Okay, that's not even a word. It doesn't even sound like reimagined. Reimagined. No. Check out this personal finance tool in our mobile app. Like, that's a stretch. Peach State Federal. The only thing that should go on for your financial growth should too. Okay, lovely. Eastern Indiana Federal. It's pie day, so we're going to remind you to manage your financial pie. Sure. This is probably my most hated one right here. Using pie day to push your reward checking account. I'm embarrassed for you guys. I'm sorry. That's bad. I don't like that. 0 out of 10. Now we get into pie charts. So we're going to tell a story with numbers and pie. Chambers Bank. Okay, we're starting to talk about the way you budget, spending like a pie chart. Okay, I see that. This one, we'll get into this one a little more later, specifically because of the AI image, and I have lots to say about that. But this one's talking about tools to keep your dough rising. Is there dough in pie, or is it like pie dough? Yeah, okay. Budget smart, save big, eat pie. Okay. I love the AI image. That's just okay. Now we're gonna put Mr. Bank up against Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. So both of them are breaking up the pie of your budget. So 20% savings, 60% needs, 20% wants. However, Educational Systems Federal Credit Union says 20% savings in debt, 50% needs, 30% wants. Maybe I want to spend like Educational Systems and not Mr. Bank, because Mr. Bank says I can only do 20% of my wants. It's a bake-off. Again, banking on pie, your cents make infinite sense. Like, no. Give your savings a bigger slice on pie day? No. Okay, delicious dishes. Dishes. Okay, delish. Okay. So these are branches that were serving pie. Okay, like I mean, do people want a slice of pie at your branch? Some of them. Yeah. Am I going to walk into a branch and eat a slice of pie off the table? No, because one, I'm probably not walking in the branch, and two, I don't want to eat pie that's been sitting out. But there are communities of people that love this. All right, so hey, look this is a text from True FCU. Hey, we're celebrating pie while it lasts. These two here, drop by for some pie. I like this one. What is the name of it? Inroads Credit Union. They collab with Bamford Bake Shop in Beaverton. I just watched side note, I just watched that movie, Hopper. The Disney Pixar. Cute, funny. But it has to do with Beaverton. So they do a little contest. One lucky follower gets a $50 gift card. I do like that. It's a nice community collab. You know what would have been better if there was like an actual picture of like the bake shop or the bakery people or someone from the branch, a business development officer maybe in the bakery, the pie, like, I don't know, holding a pie. This just doesn't get my attention. It's like, bleh. Okay, now these are missed connections. These are like missed opportunities to be amazing. Okay, you like totally missed the ball on this. You could have gotten it. So if you are like a university bank or a student-based bank or credit union, or have some sort of affiliation to like smart kids that would nerd out about Pi Day, like First Miami Student and Alumni Federal Credit Union, you probably could have done a better job here versus just your Happy Pi Day post. Building strong financial habits can have a lasting impact, blah, blah, blah. Visit our website for more financial tips. No, I don't want to visit your website for more financial tips. Okay. Just give me the financial tips. I'm on social media. I've already made the mistake of following you just by happenstance. Okay. And now I'm like actually seeing your post by the luck of the algorithm. All right. And now you want me to hop over to your website and look for my own financial tips? No. You could have been funnier. Any sort of reel or TikTok or something would have been hilarious here. You missed it, especially if you were like this one, a university bank. The next one that missed. Okay. If your name is Pi Bank, sink that in. Okay. Someone's name is actually Pi Bank, and they only did one silly little post, or like two. It's Pi Day. Today we celebrate the power of numbers. Like, there should have been a Pi Bank Day parade. Like trombones going up and down the street with pi. Like, if your name is Pi Bank, you... How did you miss this? The unique Pi Bank recipe. Take a full cup of hardworking, extraordinary people. Add a generous spoon of enthusiasm and perseverance. Mix it with big goals, collaboration, and a passion for doing better things. Finally, add the most important ingredient of all, you. Okay, again, if your name is literally Pi Bank, why are you not on my culture? Baked into the culture. You missed an opportunity. And if your name is P Bank, and I'm pronouncing it as Pi Bank because it looks like Pi Bank, I'm sorry for you. And this one's pie in the face. Because don't post your shitty pie posts on LinkedIn. Like, not the spot for it. I'm embarrassed for both of you. I'm embarrassed for both of you. Do not, like these two, don't post your shitty pie posts on LinkedIn. Not the place for it. Now, okay, the question is, when is it okay to post about pie? Does anyone know? Okay. If you are a pie company or pie adjacent. So Moon Pie here. Now, they're just being silly. My boss still thinks people care about Pi Day and wants me to tweet about it, so please like and keep scrolling. Sure. Okay. But that got a lot of engagement. Okay. That's when you should post about pie. When you're a pie company. Or like the Phantom Gourmet is at Pie in the Sky. They are posting literally an actual picture of pie at a pie bakery, and they are a food review place. That's when you should post about pie. Or if you wrote a book called Humble Pie, okay, that is when it is okay to post about Pi Day. Those are like prime opportunities. If you're a bank and you have nothing to do with pie and are just posting a cold freezer pie for the sake of doing it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Other reasons to post about pie. This one here, let me see. I can't see that small. The Black Scientist Girl, March 14th is a Pi Day celebration of, and it actually talks about it. If you're educating us about pie, if you're into science and math and nerdy stuff, and you want to tell us a little bit about pie, please, by all means, post about pie. The center one, this is Notre Dame Sciences account on Instagram. She's asking people how many places of pie they can recite. Cool. All right. If you, if you again are a science or math adjacent, please post about pie. And again, this one here, this is super cute. Great Minds Ed, Happy Pi Day math teachers. Okay. Perfect. All right. It's cutesy. It's got a little bit of information in it. That's when you should post about pie. Now, we'll take this one step further. If you absolutely slay it on social and you're fun and you're good, like Uno, and you actually like, look at this. It's serving pie and more pie. They arrange the numbers in slices of pie. 3.141592653. Okay, we would have kept going, but we ran out of pie. Okay, let's give Uno a little credit here. One, there's not a lot of Uno content you can post. Like, you really need to be finding any chance you can get if you're Uno. There's, like, come on. And if you can do it really good like this with the numbers in the pie. Okay, these are the times that it's acceptable to post about Pi Day. Okay, so what did we learn? Let's go back to the beginning. If you're thinking of taking a pie out of the freezer and posting something like this, or this, no. If you are having it baked into your culture and posting something like this, or this, yes. If you are burning the product and posting something like this, or this, absolutely not. And if you are one of these, or these, yes, you can post about pie. Oh, I had to. Like, I see some of these like non sequiturs here and there on social with different like oh my gosh, it's like cat day or dog day or favorite hamster day. Okay, like everyone loves posting cats and dogs on social, and I have to say that things like that, for some reason, right, get the most engagement, even if you're a financial services brand. But like Pi Day, like National Tulip Day, like rock stuck in your sneaker day, like no. Please just avoid that. So if you're a marketing person, if you're a branding person, or if you're an executive that thinks they know marketing and branding and is asking your team, how come we're not posting more? We need things for Pi Day. Shut up. Okay. None your business. None your business. Yeah, am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I'm right on this. Oh, thanks everyone for being here. I didn't think I was going to spend 45 minutes talking about Pi Day. Once I started going down the rabbit hole on social, I was searching like hashtag Pi Day in bank or hashtag Pi Day in credit union. And I started seeing all the things. And I was like, I couldn't shut my eyes to it. I could have added more. And I was like, they do not need more bad examples. They get the picture. Shout out to the replay crew. If you're not watching live, but you're watching in the gym at night, if you're watching on your ride home or your ride to work in the morning, if you're on your lunch break or you're blow drying your hair, thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to me. Be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps keep the studio running, and follow us on all the socials, Bank Smart Studio and Bank Smart Carrie on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, maybe a little TikTok, LinkedIn. I so appreciate it. I do go back and read all the comments. So if you're not commenting live, which some of you are, and I can see it in the thread here, comment in the replay and I come back and look at it. Shout out where you're tuning in from, because I love hearing from bankers and people that love brands all over the country. So thank you. We're going to get into another topic and taking this one off the stage. And this one's going to have I'm going to be equally passionate about. Okay? I'm sorry ahead of time. We're going to get feisty. AI graphics. You probably see them all over your socials. And you're like, wow, look at all those graphics. So I made a little flip book. Let me check some different layouts. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. This one's okay. We're going to keep this one. And they all look the same. This one looks a little more vibey because I'm a vibey kind of gal. And I asked my AI to do it a little more cool. But you'll see some of them look like a lot of different things. So if you're in local Facebook groups, I'm seeing like babysitters offering services, people having facial specials or spa day specials, or hey, we're having movie night at the library, and everyone's using these like crappy AI images. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, so this is funny. I was on Twitter and Threads, and these posts happen to come up, and they're probably like clickbait posts that like aren't actually like important people or any sort of relevant people. They are probably just people like vying for clickbait. So like you don't even need to look at any of these accounts because they're probably just junk. But the point is that we're all outraged about ChatGPT flyers. And a little side note, can people stop calling it ChatGPT? I see people typing that on like, oh, I used ChatGPT, and I'm like, no. First of all, if you're going to use it right, like call it the right thing, ChatGPT. That just tells me you don't know. Like, I'm getting horrified. Okay, sorry. Erase the race. That was not relevant. So stop with the ChatGPT flyers. I know the font and colors by heart, and it is tacky and cheap. So nobody notices that ChatGPT is making y'all the same flyers. As someone comments, whoever had no taste before AI will have no taste with AI. Facts. I'm begging you all to go back to Canva for event flyers. Leave the AI alone. Hire a graphic artist, please, and give them the money they deserve. No one will admit more that they are not actually a graphic artist than me. I try. I'm not great at it. I love me some Canva. I can do actual Adobe, but it's very limited and not great. So I would love me a good graphic artist in my life. But I play one on TV. I do it myself. But what I don't do is I don't make crappy ChatGPT flyers. And I was in on Facebook the other day, and someone posted some generic flyers about like awareness about a topic, and everyone's like, oh my God, these are so good. How did you make them? Can I borrow them and use them for my company? And everyone's like, yeah, that's why I posted it. It's so wonderful. And I'm like, these are horrific. Like, again, when you talk about like brand detractors, they're, like they said, all the same colors, all the same like styles, and they're just so bad looking. And if it doesn't help add to your brand, so why are you doing it? Because it's quick, because it's easy, because it doesn't like really cost anything. It's costing you your reputation. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, how do I flip through this? Here we go. Okay, so I made a couple to show you. I just did these quickly. Let me zoom out so I can see. Beware. So I went into ChatGPT and I said, I'd like you to make some social media flyers that I can post for a generic bank or credit union. And I want it to talk about fraud awareness. So these are, and I didn't even give examples, right? I just said, just talk about general fraud awareness. So this one, and you can see some of the like spelling mistakes in there. But some people don't notice that and they just post them anyway. Like the overseas trip, secretive communication. Okay, so this says like, know the red flags. They won't meet in person, money requests. So someone, right, you think you're being a really jazzy social media person because you are a one-armed paper hanger and you're trying to do this all yourself and you have no support, and no one believes in social. Don't do this. Still, please don't do this, okay? Because it's like, it's ruining your brand. So then the next one, beware of fake check deposit scams. Common scams, fake giveaways, scammers. You can see here, be safe. Remember these key points. Not a legit offer. Pays you for returning money. Like, all good tips, right? But please don't post it. And this one I happen to say, like use a St. Patrick's Day theme because I thought that would be hilarious. So it did add a St. Patrick's Day theme. So you see here, like, show like a secret shopper or overpayment. You can see the spelling mistakes. Don't do this. Not a good idea. Beware of social media scams. Think before you click. Fake giveaways. Now, you might be thinking, wow, these actually look really great. I should post these on my don't do it. Make your own. It's easy enough in Canva. It's easy enough to have like a graphic design intern or something do them for you. Maybe even one of your tellers on the line. Like, there are resources. Okay. You could draw this out on a piece of paper, take a picture and post it better than this looks like. This is horrible. This one, I said, it is National Credit Awareness Month. Post things about understanding your credit score and tips and tricks. So these are the ones that it came up for this. I didn't actually look to see if these are relevant or if they're accurate, but I mean, they're pretty generic, easy to do, and really apply to anyone. So like, be mindful of your spending, keep balances low, limit new inquiries, set financial goals. Those are all pretty simple. And you might think like, oh, these are actually pretty great. I still would not post them on your socials. Even if you slap some disclosures on them. I would prefer that you would do something, and now this is just me, but try to do something that mirrors your brand, that feels authentic, that has your brand colors. Because people have a quick moment to just see the post in their feed, and when they see something that has your brand colors or a person that they know from your institution that's talking about, financial tips, that's going to connect you to the brand more than these generic posts are. Anyone could post something like this. And I'll say similarly, this applies to other industries too, not just financial services. This happens to be about financial services, but if you're a bookshop, a boutique, a service-oriented company, you do skincare, you do what's the thing that's really popular now? Like the wellness spa stuff. Med spas. Yeah. I've seen a lot of those using AI graphics, and it's just so bad. And I understand, like, when you're a small business owner, believe me, you can't be everything to everyone. You can't be the founder of the business. You can't be the photographer, the graphic designer, the content writer, the copyright, the bookkeeper. That, like, there is just so much you have to do, and you actually have to do the business work too. So something's got to give. But if you are I'm going to say a bank or a credit union, and this is not what can give, please don't do this, because this is like, I ask you, would you put this poster up in the branch? Would you print out this as a flyer? Would you run this on your TV? Like, maybe you would, but I would recommend no. Again, credit report checklist, pretty generic. So I made all these using ChatGPT. This one I said, look, it's got generic white people in there. That's lovely. I wonder what it would have come up with if I had asked it to be a little more diverse. Because again, you got to think of these things. If you're using AI and you're just putting in there, you're just getting plain vanilla. And if that's not representing the communities and the people that you're serving, that's doing your brand a disservice. So here it says March is National Credit Education Month. Empower your financial future. Ways to improve your credit, building good habits, stuff like that. Learn more. Like, what does the learn more even go to? You don't want people to learn more. You want them to learn it right all on here. The next one, tips for a golden credit score. Again, I asked it to do the St. Patrick's Day vibe. Luck of the credit education tips. Get your credit in Clover. Now, if you are, if you're the CFO, the head of facilities, the head teller, and the marketing person. And like, that's all one job because you're like a one branch, like $20 million credit union. I get the attraction, right? It's cheap, it's quick, it's easy. You got to get something done. You heard my warning. Now, going back to the Pi Day conversation, this is actually one, you can tell this is AI. So when I saw this, I didn't think of is it Riverside Community Credit Union? I thought like that's a generic AI picture. Now this one, I don't know if this is AI or not, or if this is like just like a stock photo or a Canva graphic, but I happened to come up with this one and I threw it in. It was Ives Bank. And again, this goes back to like, did you really need to post this? Does this build your brand? It says you don't need to manage your money, just smart habits. Save consistently, spend with intention, check your balances. Good financial choices are better than a popular pot of gold. Leprechaun advice. Like, I'm at a loss of what to say here. Leprechaun advice. Had you had someone dress up as a giant leprechaun and frolic through your branch in tights and like pantaloons with a big leprechaun hat and a beard, love that. Love that. Popping out from behind the teller line, behind the ATM, from an office, in a closet, sprinkling financial advice, that would have slapped. Okay. That would have made me laugh. That would have gotten clicks and views. Random leprechaun advice? No, I'm not feeling that. So that's it. I did one more when I asked ChatGPT and said, "Hey, can you actually use my brand colors? Here's the hex code." This is what it came up with. I did ask it to change the graphic a little bit, but like as you can see, it didn't change it at all. It just switched to my hex codes. And the funny thing is, I didn't ask what socials to put on there. It just put 4 random socials, one of them being YouTube, Pinterest, and 2 Spotify's. Like, I wonder if I had gone back and said, "Can you like change? I don't need 2 Spotify's on there and I don't need a Pinterest." Like, why would you? I don't know. Clearly, AI doesn't know enough about me because they know that I would not be using Spotify and I would not be using Pinterest for this. Does it look a little better in the brand colors? Sure. Okay, we'll give it that. But this is crap. So the moral of this story is, if you can, please do away with using AI graphics. Hire a real designer. Harness the talent that you have within your organization. Don't skimp out on moments and points that really can amplify your brand and make an impression, because you literally only have like so many quick times to catch attention. Yeah, does that make sense? Cool. Oh my gosh, we got some good hearts. I love this. Thank you so much. This is great. I actually had like 2 more topics, but we're over an hour, so I'm not going to like jump into it. But I'm going to I'm looking at one of the articles I'm thinking about talking about, but we're not going to do it. Yeah. We're going to sign off today cuz we'll make this one about marketing and branding and all the do's and don'ts. So if you saw some non sequiturs in your socials this week, things that just didn't make sense, weird branding moments, bad AI graphics, I'd love to hear all about it. This is so fun, and we're learning together, and there's really great use cases for AI, and it's constantly developing and getting better. And I'm sure there are prompts that you can make it more unique to your brand. However, that we're not there yet, and people aren't using it correctly yet. So think before you post. And that's our message for today. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Again, this is CarrieAnne Cormier, host here at The Carrie Show. Be sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the love and support, and be sure to stay social. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and a little bit of TikTok. All right, everyone. Thank you.
Wait, where did she go? Why is this still on? Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.